Okay, it's 11 April 2019, and this video is intended to document my next mini project slash challenge to complete Meadow Lane. And it's the access to the cellar that's my concern. Now, there were steps that were built in here, but they're in rough shape, and as can be seen, the cinder block wall around the steps has collapsed. The other issue is it doesn't go down far enough to be able to walk into the basement, and my concern is that I want to be able to put a furnace, HVAC, and a hot water heater into this basement. So I'm going to climb down these steps. I'll pause while I'm getting closer because I'm going to be doing nothing but shaking. Alright, there's evidence of the wall there that has collapsed. So I'm going to have to take out this section here, and it looks like there's poured concrete down there. I might be able to take advantage of the lower parts of it, but my intent is to take this portion of the basement down to 6 foot deep. Now over there in the distance where you can see the light and the shovel, that's where I've been digging all this time, and I need to be able to stand up in this area so I can finish the excavation in this part. One of the things I have to do as an early part of it is those pedestals that are there are not doing a good job of holding the house up. You can see how badly the floor is sagging. No, you can't see it, I can see it. But I want to be able to dig out this part of the floor so I can put in good footers, build pedestals, and put in jacks to hold up the center of the house. Then I can deal with finishing up the dig out and putting concrete floors and finishing up the drainage. Now, the other thing that I can observe here is the ground's a little bit moist on this part of the basement, but that's because the water's coming in through these stairs. And they're gonna go, can we see that over there? Let's see, how do I turn on that light? I guess I can turn on the light here. Let's see if that does it. There we go. So over here, we have the old cistern. That cistern is what we're going to be using as our sump to keep this part dry. And I might as well swing around now that I figured out how to turn on the light. So the dirt has to be dug out there. And then in addition over here, all of this has to be dug out. I've got no problem with digging it out, but I do have problems with doing it from a squatting position. So I'm going to pause and back up and try to summarize this then. Alright, I've turned around and taken a look at these steps that were put in place, and they were basically just slapped in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they would come out pretty quick. This cinder block wall here is coming out on its own. And it's no surprise, considering how wet the ground was before we put drainage in, that we would have a lot of pressure pushing against this cinder block wall. There was no rebar in it to keep it from moving. So this is going to have to come out. Pausing again. So the way I've got it figured, I want to put in a cellar door that basically covers this area here and then comes out to around here, which will give me about 6 foot from here to that wall. I can easily get 4 foot across, and that should be a nice sized door that I can run an appliance dolly down and get the heavier gear down into or out of that basement. And it'll be a lot better than a piece of plywood laid over these hackneyed steps. So I'll finish it up here because all I wanted to do was introduce what the next challenge is. And that's what it is. Take care.